I hear that a lot though, where two people in a relationship assume that the other person wants the same thing that they do, and
Right,
then they find out, oh
right,
no, I just wanted a one night stand.
right,
That other person keeps calling me, they want
right,
something more.
right. One person wanted marriage and the other one wanted sex. One person wanted not even marriage, but just a serious relationship,
Yeah.
and the other one just wanted, yeah,
And if they had had some kind of a conversation about what was important to them
right,
to begin with,
right,
then they would at least both be on the same page.
right. But it's not even only that. It's like, is that person, am I bonding with them through my, do we have at least something in common? You don't need to have everything in common,
No.
but do you have at least something in common? Is the passion is so attractive
Right.
1 minute before,
Right.
and when you're left, for the morning coffee, you realize that there's nothing left to talk about. There's nothing in common
But that may be okay for one person and not okay for
for
the
the
other.
other. Right, right. If one person is more intellectual than the other, one person is more spiritual than the other, one person is, now it doesn't mean that we all have to be the same. I don't want to come, for it to come through like we all need to be the same. We don't need to be the same,
Right.
but we need to have something to keep us in common. We
Yeah.
have to have at least one hobby that will bond us besides the sex,
It's true. My parents, they would both love dancing.
for example, or
So,
art or sports or whatever it is.
so that's what honestly kept them together for like whatever the 50 years they were
Right,
together.
right,
And when they stopped not being able to do that anymore, so, you
right.
know, they were
Is there at
dealing with
least
health
one,
issues.
right? Is there one conversation that you can have, whether it's Torah, whether it's science, whether it's art, whatever it is that you have in
Yeah,
common interests?
that is so true. Like again, with my last husband, it's like we grew up together, our families were friends. So a lot of times the conversation would become about family. What's this person doing or that person's doing, and this one's getting married and whatever. And we got a lot of pleasure out of talking about what was going on in the family. It's interesting.
Yeah, but okay, I'm not sure. Whatever. Yeah, it's like it's
It's
good.
something, you
It's
know.
something. It's something. Except it's when
It's
when
not
you
deep.
talk about other people, you might find yourself in, like, especially in families, when you talk about family parts and you get into all kinds of, like,
Thank God we didn't have that. I
yeah,
know what you
so it
mean.
could be dangerous. It could
It,
be yeah,
it could be,
but yeah, right.
inheritance issues and
Whatever it is,
money, whatever.
families, every family has its issues.
Yeah, yeah,
So, yeah, but you have to have something interesting that will hold you together.
definitely. That's very true. That's why, I'm starting to think that maybe what I should do is maybe attend workshops, like maybe art workshops or take classes or something. And maybe that's where I would
Right,
meet someone that I have something in
right.
common with.
And that's, by the way, another thing, people in their later years of marriage, some people had very passionate sex in their early years. And then in their later years, maybe the sex is not so passionate. If they really love each other,
Yeah,
they will find ways around it. But if
that's
it
true.
was only the sex and not the making love, not the making out, but the sexual part about it that held them together,
Yeah,
let's call it the final destination of the sex that held them together,
yeah,
then it's also a dangerous, place to be in. But if you really love, giving pleasure to each other, and
it's very
you
true.
really love, like, just being together, cuddling together, that's also a lot, but
Yes,
people have to know to make that definition, like, what is it really that is holding us together? And if you jump right into the physical part, you just find yourself sometimes disappointed that it's the only thing that was there.
yeah,
But it's too late. If you had a conversation with a person, you found out they're not the right cup of tea for you, it's not so painful
yeah.
as if you had a night with them.
That's what I've always believed. That's what I've always believed. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I hope you find the right people for you, and that you're really emotionally deeply connected to
Yeah,
whoever you fall in love with.
yeah.
Have a wonderful day.